Shadow Forest. In a small village, lost among dense forests, there were rumors about a mysterious place known as the Forest of Shadows. The locals avoided him, believing that evil spirits and lost souls were hiding in his thickets. However, one day, a curious young man named Alex, who decided that it was just a myth, packed his things and went to explore the forest. As soon as he entered the shadow forest, the atmosphere around him changed. The trees seemed to whisper, and the shadow of their mighty trunks created creepy shapes on the ground. Alex, full of determination, moved further, plunging into the wilderness. The first few hours passed without incident, but then he noticed that the path he was walking began to disappear. Trees surrounded him from all sides, and the forest resembled a living entity that adjusted to its movements. Soon he heard the crackling of branches and quiet whispers, as if someone was watching him. Having gathered courage, Alex continued on his way until he came across an old hut. It was dilapidated, with a slanted roof and down windows. But something attracted him. He came closer and looked inside. The hut was filled with old books and artifacts, and in the corner stood an old grandmother with long white hair and an empty look. "Did you come to find out the secrets of the forest?" she asked. Alex nodded. Grandma started talking about the Forest of Shadows, that it was once a beautiful place, but was mired in darkness because of the fear and hatred that had accumulated in people's hearts. "The souls of those who could not find peace live here," Grandmother said. "Their shadows roam the forest, and you have to be careful. If they notice you, they can take you with them." Alex felt a chill on his back. He thanked his grandmother and decided to leave. However, when he left the hut, the forest changed. The shadows of the trees became denser, and the whispers became louder. He tried to return the same way, but the trail disappeared. Now he was surrounded by complete darkness. The darkness was thickening with every minute, and soon Alex realized that he was being persecuted. He heard rustling and sinister sounds. He realized with horror that these were not just the sounds of the forest, but the whispers of lost souls who called him, persuading him to stay. Trying to escape, Alex rushed away, but the forest seemed endless. He stumbled over the roots of the trees and lost his way until he came across a puddle of pitch-black water. Its surface reflected his pale physiognomy and something else, the shadow behind him. When Alex turned around, he saw a creature consisting of darkness and gloom, with burning red eyes. "You came here, and now you are ours," he said in a whisper, his voice merging with the hum of the forest. In a panic, Alex rushed in the other direction, but his every move was useless. Shadows circled him, squeezing him in their arms. He realized that he got lost, not only in the forest but also in his fears. He remembered his grandmother's words with horror. "If you don't find peace, you will become part of the forest." He remembered how he was afraid of darkness and loneliness. At that moment, Alex decided to confront his fears. He closed his eyes and began to repeat the words he once heard from his grandmother. "I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of the darkness." When he opened his eyes, the shadows around him began to dissipate. The creature with red eyes stopped, as if surprised by his courage. Alex, gathering all his strength, stepped towards him and said, "I'm freeing you." The darkness around him hesitated and then dissipated like a morning fog. The shadows disappeared and the forest began to change, becoming less glen and brighter. Alex felt that all the souls locked in the Forest of Shadows got a chance to find peace. Finally, he was able to find the path leading to the exit. As soon as he left the forest, he turned around and saw that the trees, once gloomy, were now glowing with a soft light. Alex returned to the village, but he will never be the same again.